Session 2B, Meso-American Civilization. 5,114 years ago to 2012 year Pythagoras. Before we can bring the context of Meso-American civilizations up to contemporary dates with the later Incan Empire in South America, we must first consider the Olemcs, who were late contemporaries of the Nazcans and Icans of Peru. The Olemcs once populated the entire Meso-American land bridge and the Yucatan Peninsula. However, by the time recorded history began being kept by the Maya in the form of the Popol Vuh, the earliest surviving written record in the area, the Olmec were already mostly forgotten, their populations dispersed in the south-central jungles of what we today call Mexico. From 3,600 to 2,400 years ago, the Olmec lived in dense populations in a rigid class structure. Their artifacts and relics remaining to this day include, most recognizably, several hundred enormous stone busts scattered throughout the jungle of Mesoamerica. The scale of all of them is identical, though no two look exactly alike. Some depict wrinkled old women, others robust masculine bone structure, but few resemble the appearance of the indigenous people populating the region today. The first great civilization to arise following the downfall of the Olmec society were the Mayans of the Yucatan Peninsula. It was the Mayans, some 4,600 years before now, who codified their hieroglyphic alphabet of ideograms and began keeping the written record that has come down to us today in the form of only a few codices in Mayan script and the Spanish Popol Vuh. In this illustration from one of the surviving codices, we can see one of the main characters from the story's narrative using a blowgun to hunt the Quetzal bird. Below the bird is a vision serpent, identifying again with the archetype of the feathered serpent. From earliest Mayan architecture, we find monumental-sized sets built for the staging of dramatic events meant to act out and commemorate the events in the stories of the Popol Vuh's narrative. At Copan, we find the sacred ball court of the Xibalba Bay. It was here the lords of the Mayan underworld entered into the earth down a stairway from the sky. Likewise, at nearby Tikal, the ruins attest to the bold egos of the chiefs who ruled in the names of these Mayan underworld lords. The palaces of the ball court players stand monumentally tall and date as far back as 2,500 years ago. Nearly equidistant from Tikal, as Tikal was from Copan, lay the Mayan observatory temples of Palenque. It is here, in the Temple of Inscriptions, we find the tomb of Pakal Votan, who reigned around 1,300 years ago. On the intricate low relief of the lid of his sarcophagus, we see Pakal seated above the demonic bat deity Zotz, inhaling ayahuasca from the tree of the crossroads, atop which sits the Quetzal. Around 1,010 years ago, the temple of Quetzalcoatl was erected by the Toltec king of that name at the site of a well long used for human sacrifice. This signified the height of, and the beginning of the eventual decline of, the Mayan culture of the region. The Mayan culture was complex, and its pantheon of deities were illustratively detailed anthropomorphic zoomorphs who controlled various elementary forces on Earth, such as the bat god, the god of rain, the god of death, etc. Their calendrical method was capable of measuring extraordinarily long durations of time, such that their calculations could easily exceed not only the age of the planet Earth, but the galaxy and possibly even the currently known cosmos itself. This system, while elaborate in appearance and application, is simple in its basic component units. A day is called a kin. A weanal, the Mayan month, is 20 kin. A ton is the Mayan solar year of 360 kin. A katon is the square of a ton. A bakton, the square of the katon, and so forth on unendingly. Each wenal in a ton has its own glyph name, and each kin in a wenal has its own unique glyph name. Thus there are 18 wenals in a ton, with an extra 7 Zamakaba Kim days, or unlucky Kim. The method of calculating any given day's relation to any other day, regardless of how far apart they may be on a calendar, was thus a simple string of numbers of which kin, of which wenal, of which ton, of which katon, of which bakton, and so on unendingly. The 19 Mayan months in a solar year work as a cogged gear in this calendar system's machinery. The 13 days of a Mayan week, the 20 days of the Mayan month, the 19 months of the Mayan year, and so forth, all combine to form the overall Mayan calendrical model. The less sophisticated, though more popularly understood, calendrical model that followed immediately from the decline and fall of the Mayan culture was Aztec. The Aztec calendar stone depicts the 20 days of the month around the 4 seasonal epochs, with the face of Tezcatlipoca standing for the 5th sun in the center. While highly symbolic, this arrangement does not function as a calendrical mechanism. 675 years ago, the Aztecs established the Triple Alliance between the cities of Tenochtitlan, Teotihuacan, and Tlacopan by settling on Lake Texcoco and founding what has since become Mexico City. The pyramids of the sun and moon and the temple of Quetzalcoatl along the Avenue of the Dead in Teotihuacan are constructed to align with 3 stars in the constellation we call now Orion. The Great Pyramids in Giza, Egypt, built some 3,885 years before, are likewise aligned.